The first song that made a big impression on me was the song Killer Queen by the band Queen. I remember I was 15, I was hanging out with my friend Morgan, and this was in Santa Barbara, my hometown, and we were over at her house, and she was kind of the cooler friend, you know, the one that you idolize and maybe like have like a weird strange obsession / crush on them. And we were like standing on her bed, and she just hit play on a huge boombox, and the song that came out was Killer Queen, and like it's almost as though my world froze. And then I moved to LA when I was 17, and I was being mentored by this guy named Glenn Ballard, who made Jagged Little Pill for Alanis Morissette. I was a little bratty when I came to LA. I was a little entitled. You know, because I was in Beverly Hills, a big famous producer had taken me under his wing. I was getting a monthly allowance. I mean, I didn't come from anything, so this was all very exciting. I had a Louis Vuitton keychain on my Jetta. It was exciting, and I thought I was the bee's knees. And then someone said something to me one time and said, you know, you should be really grateful because it doesn't always last for people. And I was like, whatever, shut up. And then I got dropped, and then that Jetta got impounded, and I couldn't pay my bills. I heard more no's than I heard yeses. I built a lot of character, a lot of strength that I needed for today that I think if I were to have launched at 17, I would have already probably been finished by now. I was in Texas, and I was doing some promotion stuff for visiting radio stations, and I Kissed a Girl came on, and I filmed it. It was like early days of when you could film yourself. I think I was filming myself on the laptop, actually. And I was jumping around, and I was very excited. In 2008, when that song came out, it was a little bit radical. You know, the topic of bisexuality, or who am I, like what is my preference? And so even though it was a very tongue-in-cheek kind of, I kissed a girl and I liked it, because that's what I like to do sometimes. I like to do everything with a wink. So even though it's just, you know, a fun little pop song, sometimes fun little pop songs, they are the zeitgeist of what's going on in popular culture. You know, I do love a good innuendo. I love doing things with a little wink every once in a while. It's like, Mom and Dad know what this means, but just sing along, kids. You won't know for 10 years. For a long time, people were talking about bullying, and that was a big hot topic. And I think sometimes you can forget that you could be your own bully in some ways. Like, you are the person that is standing in the way of your success, whether it's professionally or personally. And honestly, that was the case for me. I was having a great professional streak, but personally, I was really immature. And so I had to balance them out. Finally, I had enough, and I said, hey, you need to speak up for yourself. If you're not happy with something, you change it. You know, change it, make yourself better every single day. So I went to a lot of therapy, and I guess I put it in the way of like, you're gonna hear me roar. Finally, I'm gonna be able to speak up for myself. I try and keep my connection with the God, or with the power that's bigger than me. It's very important, I feel like, to believe in something bigger than yourself, because if not, you don't have any kind of accountability. If you just think, hey, at the end of it all, I'm just going to be dust, or I have no soul, or whatever, then why not just, you know, be a menace to society? Because you don't have anyone that you have to be accountable to. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that goes into making a film. Yes, for sure. And, you know, I hate mornings. So I told some executives over at the studios, I said, hey, if you want to start shooting at 11 a.m., I'm your girl. Otherwise, I'm not interested, because I live a rock star kind of life where I don't go to bed till 4. But I always say, if Ridley Scott wants to hire me for Blade Runner 2 to play Rachel, I am absolutely available. Goodness, who do I have a crush on? I actually kind of am dating my crush. I really actually had a crush on him for a long time, and it just so happens we fit together great. Well, my first French kiss was in 6th grade, and I was hanging out with this girl from church who had a bit of a reputation. She had a co-ed party, which I was never allowed to do it, not even until like 8th grade, and I was like, why? And now I understand why. They played Spin the Bottle, and you know, it got to my turn and I spun the bottle on someone and all of a sudden I felt like there was like a fish in my mouth. And that was my first kiss. I did it and then I like slowly turned away and I was like, that is disgusting. Because, you know, when you're like in 6th grade and you're French kissing, there's no art to it. There's like no cadence. There's no like beautiful like up and down, like, you know, waves and, you know, it's just like, and that's it. Just feels like you're getting invaded in your mouth by a slug. Meditating, a massage, or showering is when I get all of my ideas. I always have my phone kind of right on standby and I'm like hopping out of the shower and going, ugh. I really sing in the shower. I don't sing my own songs. I make up songs, and then, you know, I'll just sing whatever comes into my head. I like to move it, move it. I mean, like, even crazy things like that. I like to move it, move it. I will tell you, I've had several sing-offs with boyfriends, and it's very fun, singing in the shower and scrubbing. Is there a song that makes me cry? Many songs make me cry. I always want to be moved to tears. I went and saw Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway, and he went to that spot that is so vulnerable that is almost scary to go to. So, yeah, go see that show. I have cried during some of my own songs. When I write them, they're so personal, and sometimes they're about people that are no longer in my life anymore, or they're about people that I love so much, or they're about unrequited love. I remember I started out a tour last time and I wanted to sing a couple of these songs that were on my record, but I couldn't sing them because I was just too upset about them. I mean, I am such a birthday party girl. I just kind of take that one day as a big fat excuse to throw a massive party because I get so much joy from seeing all of my friends having the most fun and just all these memories being made. So the last party for my 32nd birthday was a 1950s sock hop themed birthday party in a veterans kind of like hall, and it was fantastic. Like, I hear people talking about how sad they are. That was one of their greatest moments. That was one of the greatest nights of their life because I brought in, it felt so authentic. A thing that I do, I like to transport people into a different setting or a different time.